The food and drinks started flying across the area as students started tossing whatever they could get their hands on. Are those trays? Oh God. Voyia, somebody clunked me with a tray. Oh no. Hello, everybody. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. If not, I hope it make your day a little bit better. This is the kid in the back. This is part 2 of the kid in the back. So if you're new here, hi, I'm Voyia. I play a variety of games. If you ever want to play something, please don't hesitate to ask. And with all that being said, let's get started. Where I want to leave off at. These are short just because I'm still in a little pain. I'm not feeling too good, but I want to record so bad. And you guys have been telling me, keeping me filled in on everything that's been happening in this game and how the game has been updated and stuff. And so I am excited to play this game, like with a passion. Like I am like, yes, let's go. I want to play it. But I'm also hurting. So again, if my energy sounds off, forgive me. Please forgive me. I'm trying. And don't tell me go lay down, okay? Because I understand I need to be resting and healing, but I feel like I have a lot of energy. I'm just in pain. And I took some medicine. I drank my water. I took vitamins. I took my deep breaths. Everything's good. So like, comment, and subscribe for my pain at least. The cafeteria is loud and crowded. Tables are filled with students while the rest are lined up by the counter grabbing their lunches. A groan escapes Brittany's lips as she's looking around for any sign of a vacant table you all could share. So we did come to lunch with Brittany and Crow, and I forgot the other one's name. I know there's somebody named Gio and Daryl, and I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. And with that little moment that we shared with Crow, look at it, like 1 for him, 0 for Soul. So yeah, let's get started. And by the way, I'm recording this back to back. It's just like not like stop recording and then record this. It was stop recording for like an hour or two, then come back to this because I was hurting in the last video a lot. I was hurting a lot in the last video. What a freaking great time to not bring lunch, huh? Next time, I'm preparing my lunch the night before. Okay, Brittany, just do that. I wonder why it's so crowded today. A new lunch menu, perhaps? It seems like it. We'll be left with nothing else if we keep standing around here and loiter. I mean, Brittany all about her food. Let's just be honest. Brittany is like seriously all about her food. And sorry, I'm losing my voice a little bit. I don't know why. I don't feel sick or anything, but I am having like some mild drainage from sinus issues. So I think that might be triggering my voice loss issue. Uh-oh. Hey, Gio, Daryl. Oh yes, what is it, your royal majesty? Daryl cooed with a teasing tone. Brittany rolled her eyes at his silly gesture. Could you two look for a vacant spot while the rest of us line up? Saves us time that way. Yeah, sure, Britt. Let's go, Gio. Wrapping an arm around Gio's shoulder while ignoring his obvious irritation from said male, the two walked away in hopes of looking for an unoccupied table. Brittany then turns to you. Oh, right, Voyia. I'm not sure if you packed anything like those two did, but if you want to line up with us or go help find a table, make a choice. Okay. You decide that you... So Gio and Daryl went to go find the table, but Brittany, Jess, and I think Crow, maybe, might have went to go pick lunch. So to spend more time with Crow, I think I'll go buy a lunch. I guess I'll buy. All right then. Daryl, Gio, go find us some seats while we line up. Daryl waved Brittany away, mouthing I got it before turning around with Gio, the jock's arm wrapped around his grumpy friend's shoulder, dismissing the visible annoyance of Gio's face. Come on, Jess. Let's get in line. Yes, of course. With haste, Jess trails behind Brittany. Let's get in line as well before more people start piling up. We don't want to end up with the bad stuff, do we, Voyia? You can say that again. I'm starting to like Crow a little bit. Look, listen, I didn't switch sides. I promise. I am still the type of girly that likes the dark haired guys, the dark, mysterious. I am all about that. To be honest, that's something that visual novel Voyia and real life Voyia will always share is that I just have a thing for, I don't know, just dark hair guys, dark and mysterious, tall guys. That's just what I'm attracted to. That's what song is. You shudder at the thought, remembering the leftovers from the school cafeteria. With a nod, you and Crow made it in line with the rest of the student body. While you were lined up, Crow turned his attention back to you. I'm glad you decided to come with us, Voyia. I know it may seem selfish of me to drag you along, but they're our new friends now. They're your friends, Crow. I don't think Brittany even likes me. I hope you don't mind. I don't know. Say nothing. But saying nothing could be just as bad, though. I guess I could say I don't know. Like, I don't think they like me that much, though. I don't know. Maybe I'm just judging them too fast? That's alright, Voyia. Their first impressions weren't really the best either. Uh-oh, I skipped something, sorry. Well, save for Darrow. I think I meant except for Darrow. He seems to be the only one who was more excited to meet you. I can tell. Crow lets out a soft chuckle. I'm just happy that you're giving them a chance, Voyia. Aww. Our conversation with Crow ended there, and your focus returned to the line. You thought for a bit. How are you going to fit in with the group? You're still unsure of everyone's personalities, not to mention intentions, and why Crow just bothered to introduce you to them just now. You'll think hard about it later. For now, you hand out your own tray for a cafeteria staff to place their food on. What is your favorite? Y'all tell me in the comment section below. What was your favorite cafeteria food in school? I promise y'all, if it was there every day, I would get it every day. But mine would be like pizza with a chocolate milk. And every now and again, my school would have like, and I'm talking about like young grade. Like now, as you get older, you get to buy like different stuff. And heck, like in high school, we were able to walk off campus. However, I was not able to walk off campus just for the simple fact is that I got skipped up 2 grades. So I was in high school when I wasn't supposed to be in high school. So I was young in high school. And I graduated at 16. So do that math if you would like. So my mom was like, absolutely not. I don't care what the other kids are doing. You're staying your butt on that campus and you better not go off. But most of the kids in my high school, when I got there, they would walk off campus and go like buy like Del Taco, McDonald's, stuff like that. I had to eat the lunch in the cafeteria and it was gross. But even my school, because I went to a private school, had like stuff you could buy. I just never brought money to the thing because I was scared I was gonna get bullied, because I got bullied heavily in middle school and elementary. So when I got bullied in middle school and elementary, I thought like, oh, high school I'm gonna get bullied, and I did kind of get bullied, but not to the high intensity that I did in middle school. So it was way different, but it was more of them ignoring me more than anything. But I was still terrified to bring money to school because I was like, if I get like jumped at school and get my money stolen, then my mom's gonna tell me, you go back and fight them or I'll fight you. And and I was slowly moving out of my emo era into lovey-dovey, like girly sparkly glitter Voyia. And so with that being said, I didn't want to fight nobody. I'm like, it's not that I'm scared to fight. If you put hands on me, I'm definitely gonna put hands on you. But it's just I don't want to start fights for no reason. And that would be me. No matter how you look at it, it'll be you starting to fight. If someone hits you one day and you don't say nothing to nobody, you come back the next day and hit them, you're starting to fight. You're gonna get in trouble. That's how I looked at it. I'm like, I don't want to get in trouble for something stupid, especially because I'm easy selling through high school. Like I'm full, like blown passing all my classes. I had no issues and stuff. I did have a minor issue, like the mildest issue in math, but I got a tutor and stuff. But yeah, everything else I was just like flying through and passing. So it's like I don't want to start no mess. Okay, I want to get through school easy. And this went off on a ramble. I'm so sorry. Yeah, what was your favorite food in high school? In high school, we'll say high school. What was your favorite food in high school? And in college, I absolutely just waited till I got home and ate because I don't know what it was, but I think I was like dealing with a lot of stomach issues and stuff because I had to have my gallbladder removed because I had like a serious issue that happened with my gallbladder or whatever. And so everything I would eat would just make me want to throw up and it hurts my stomach so bad. So I would just wait to get home to eat. But what would y'all eat in college and high school and stuff? You weren't really that hungry and just brought a sandwich and a box of juice. Just the usual, you thought, whenever you find the time to spend your lunch break here. By the end of the other side of the line, Brittany and Jess was already waiting for you and Crow, tray filled with food in their hands. So they must have got a heap and heck of food. Once everyone got their food, Brittany turned her heel and walked towards where Daryl and Gio were seated. Move your butts aside, Daryl. I'm sitting. Oh my God. Who did that to her? That is so messed up. Look at her face. She looks so. Oh man, I'd be angry. A loud gasp escapes Brittany's lips, her mouth open in wide shock. The food on her tray is now splattered across her white uniform. Brittany! Okay, so it just says red hair bully. They didn't necessarily say if it's a boy or girl, so I'm just going to give them whatever voice I can. Oops, sorry about that. You should have watched where you were going there. So sad, Brittany. Oh, it's a bunch of girls, yeah. Multiple footsteps came near. A trio of girls showed themselves before you. The tallest of the bunch, the red-haired one, placed a hand over where her heart is and lets out a mocking gasp at the mess. She does look like she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Brittany's eyes met with the red-haired bully. Judging from the way Brittany's face twisted with rage, they seemed to know each other. Uh-oh. Britt, are you all right? We should get yourself clean. Oh, she's trying to help Britt. You freaking bee! This is my only clean uniform. How freaking dare you? Oh, look at Miss Claire all flared up. Careful there, sweetie. You'll get wrinkles. It's not like you're not ugly already. Brittany, like I would be all in her. No, I just said I'm not a violent person. I'm really not a violent person, but come on, people be pushing you to be thinking the worst heinous things to do to them. This would push me to think like I want to bash your face in. Realistically, anger would take over and I'd probably punch her in the face and apologize later. The mean girl coos at Brittany. Her two friends behind her laugh along with her antics. No. We can't do this. Voyia, step in. You've got a bad feeling about this. The entire cafeteria breaks into murmurs and whispers, their attention now fixed on the group of girls. Some stopped eating, while some took out their phones, ready to film to whatever happens next. Oh my God. Whew. Okay, Brittany, don't freak out. Crow tries to come between them to stop the fight, but he wasn't fast enough. Splat. Next thing we knew, another loud gasp was heard. A wide smile etched itself on Brittany's face. The mean girl's white uniform now smeared with varieties of wet sauces and oils, matching Brittany's own dirtied uniform. Jess' face filled with shock. The food from the tray is now gone. Take that, shite stain. You freaking bee! Food fight! The moment Daryl howled those words, the cafeteria went into a hectic frenzy. Aren't y'all in college? This is college, right? Ain't no way there's a food fight going on in college because most people be like, college is that area in your life, right? I'm moving stuff around when I'm talking to. College is that area in your life where you're like, I'm too old for stuff like this. I'm too grown for stuff like this. Like you're getting into your grown girl, grown man era and stuff, and you're trying to be an adult in some way, even though you're only 20 or 18 or whenever you get to college. For me, I was 16 when I was in college, so it's a long story, y'all. It was a whole thing, but anyways, yeah. Um, when you get into college, a lot of the things I noticed, because most people didn't even talk to me, they just looked at me as I was like I was a child, which I was to them at least. Um, and it was like everybody was like, I'm too grown for this. They would do it in the most immature way. Like they're too grown in the most immature way. And so I don't think this is gonna happen at a cafeteria at in a college. Absolutely not. Actually, matter of fact, most people probably wouldn't even be in a cafeteria in a college. I don't even think colleges have. Some colleges may not have cafeterias, or some do for kids who stay on campus. I guess maybe, I don't know. I think my mom didn't go for that staying on campus crap. But yeah, that's this is just a little this is a little high schooly ish. The food and drinks started flying across the area as students started tossing whatever they could get their hands on. Are those trays? Oh God, Voyia! Somebody clunked me with a tray. Oh no! Everyone stop this madness at once. A sudden wave of pain made its way to your head, and the last thing you saw was Crow calling out your name before passing out. Somebody clunked me with a freaking tray. Oh my goodness. Did this change at all? 3. Okay, we got 3 with Crow. Okay, we're making progress with Crow. Where am I? Oh, you're awake, thank goodness. No, Crow. Crow. He tried to sit up, but a sudden shot of pain went through your head, stopped you. You reached out to touch where the ache was coming from, but Crow stopped you by holding onto your wrist. Careful now. The nurse already bandaged your head. Don't push yourself. Crow gently pushed you back down on the medical bed. Oh, he's taking care of us. Takes a long stool and takes a seat right next to you. Ugh. What happened? Well, after Daryl started this mess with the food fight, the principal was called in to stop it. Daryl got lucky enough to escape when he did. Jill was nowhere to be seen. As for Brittany, what about her? Well, Jess helped her out to grab a new uniform from the principal's office. Then why does my head hurt so much? Someone somehow threw a tray and you were unfortunate enough to get hit by it. Thankfully, I got you out of there before things got ugly. Thanks, Crow. I owe you one. I'm always there for you, Voyia. Never forget that. Anyway, it's around 1:45 in the afternoon right now. I should probably head out to my next class. Oh, you should stay here until the nurse gets back. So he didn't even want to leave our side till we woke up. Oh boy, this is going to be hard. If they're going to make me choose between Crow and Soul, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You'll be all right alone here, right? You wanted to say no, but stopped yourself before you could. Yes, you can go ahead. You sure? Yes, I'm fine, Crow. You've done enough for me today. You gave him a small smile, but he did not return it. Crow squeezes your hand, quite hesitant to let you go. Eventually, he loosens his grip. He stands up from his chair and walks towards the exit. But before he could leave, he turned around and gave you one last smile, eventually closing the door and going out of the infirmary. You groan and lay back down on the bed, feeling the bandages on your head. At least the pain is slowly dying a bit. I hope it didn't leave a mark on my head. You're guessing you came face to face with the edges of one of the metallic trays. Since when did trays hurt that much? Since somebody frisbeed across the thing. And who throws a tray? If somebody yells out food fight, that's like somebody yelling out food fight and you pick up a chair and throw it. Why are you throwing chairs? Why are you throwing the tray? He or she threw the tray. Why are you throwing stuff like that? People don't understand food fights. Oh my God. We didn't say tray fight. That's a whole different thing. Then again, there were athletes in the area, Darrow being one of them. Just then, you heard the door open. The nurse's voice echoed through the room as the clicking of her heels got louder as she drew closer. You are not the nurse. Soul. Oh God, what happened to his hand? His hand is hurt. The nurse entered, and followed her was a tall student dressed in black. He seemed to be holding on to his left hand. You can see the red streak of blood overflowing. That looks bad. He sure had it worse than me. I wonder what happened. You should be thankful you didn't cut a vein. How were you able to get past with that pocket knife in the first place? The nurse sighed. It seemed like she got her hands full with another student. The latter, however, didn't say anything as he let out a small hiss when the nurse dabbed some disinfectant on his wound. You sat up slowly, careful to not hit your head on anything else before stealing a glance at the student and the nurse. Your eyes meet with reddish orange ones. Oh yeah, I forgot his eyes are a little orange, I think. I can't tell in here because it's grayed out because we haven't gotten any numbers with him, I guess. Or I don't know if those are heart numbers or whatever, but we haven't gotten a little moment with him yet. Your heart races as you feel your heartbeat quicken. What an unusual color. They remind me of the setting sun. The nurse finished up wrapping around his wound, a blotch of red slowly seeping out and staining the once red bandages. However, his gaze is still fixated on you. I mean, so you can stare at me as long as you want. I do like you a lot. You've already got cool points with me, but I'm trying to fill out Crow right now. The nurse follows his line of sight and finally takes notice of your conscious figure. Ah, you're finally awake, Miss Ema. I forgot my last name is Ema. I'm gonna. A lot of people didn't figure out what the Ema means, so I'm just gonna go ahead and I mean, I'm not. If somebody can figure out the first two, I'll finish the rest. But it means something. She approaches you with a bottle of painkillers she took from one of the transparent cabinets on the walls before handing a pill to you. How are you feeling, dear? Does your head still hurt? It's slowly dissipating, ma'am. Thank you. She hands you a pill and you take it down your throat. Don't say that while Soul's around. He's going to be like, oh, so you like taking pills down your throat? Ooh, is there any other things you take down your throat? You're free to stay here a while longer, Miss Hema, but you need to return to class as soon as you're feeling better. You gave the nurse a nod. She, in return, hums in approval before going back to the taller male in black. As for you, Mr. Brumancia, I hope I said his last name right. Correct me respectfully in the comment section, please. If ever your bandages get dirty throughout the day, don't hesitate to come back here and I'll reapply it with a new roll. The taller male hummed. He turned on his heel and made his way towards the exit door before pausing. I'll return to my class now. Thank you for patching me up, nurse. The tall student gave you one last look with his fiery red eyes before making his exit with a click of the door. The nurse lets out a sigh, rubbing her temples, feeling a headache surfacing. I swear that child comes here every other day. Well, remember, I'm not too for sure because I don't fully remember the game, but I do believe there is one time that we played through the game and he had a black eye and he probably got bullied. So maybe he brought the pocket knife to protect himself. You never know. Oh, you're not classmates with Mr. Brumancia? Odd. I thought he might know you from the way he was looking at you. No, I haven't seen him around. More like you never bothered to look who is around since no one would even bother to spare a glance at you. Well, either way, don't get in too much trouble like him, alright? That raises a question in your head. Just how bad were the guy's injuries that he comes to the nurse's office almost every other day? It kind of explains why she's been sighing hard ever since she brought the tall male into her office. with an injury as bad as a near stab wound on his palm. You could only take a wild guess. As much as you are curious to know what transpired, you're nearly late for your next class. Eyeing the clock on the top of the door frame, you got out of the medical bed. You thanked the nurse and you made your way out of her office. Barely making it to your next class, you slid in the classroom open door, earning you a few looks from the students inside the room. Turning to the podium, you exhale a breath you didn't realize you were holding when you realized your teacher was still absent. Fixing your composure, you scanned the room. A few easels and shelves filled with brushes and bottles stained with acrylic paint guaranteed that you made it to the right class. You make your way to your seat. Once settled down, you groan, placing your elbow on the desk and resting your chin on top of your hands, waiting patiently for your professor to arrive. Though you couldn't help but notice the feeling of someone staring at you. You shook it off, thinking it must have been lack of sleep. You look out the window. Or maybe it's cold weather. Hearing the classroom door open, your art professor makes his way inside, his large round belly standing out, round spectacles sitting on top of his nose. Don't pick on the way the teacher looks. And a stereotypical brown beret on his head. He greets the class before starting his lecture. ... Art exhibit project featuring various areas of art as part of our thesis. This time, we're tasked with expressionism. Remember, this is all part of your paper, and not to mention making a name for yourself, of course. More like taking the credit of the students' work and using it to advertise your shady school. You scoff at the thought. I hope you all got a partner already by this time. For this term, I'm tasking you all to create 3 works based on the exhibit's theme. This is where you want to throw your desk out the window. How could you forget? You weren't present during the previous meeting and absolutely knew no one in this specific class. Why were you taking art again? Oh, right. Your father was an artist, as he was a farmer. So, of course, we're going to follow in our dad's shoes. Of course. Like, we're going to have to fill Papa's shoes. Of course. It was all for him. And maybe you can make a name for yourself if ever your life as a gardener wouldn't turn out the way it should. I'm sorry, I am losing my voice a little bit. That's why I'm making these little episodes short. So forgive me. All part of Plan B. And if that fails, I've got Plan C and D. I have yet to make up the rest. Or guess I'll die. You shake away your silly thoughts. The problem is now at hand. You do not have a partner to work with. Now, I want you all to go to your chosen partner for this project so I can start explaining your task. Eventually, you are forced out of your seat since your seatmate's partner will be occupying it for the class. You cursed at yourself. You could only hope that you're not the only student who didn't get their own partner for this class. Upon looking around, it seems like everyone is calm and collected. Were you the only one panicking here? Unlike the rest of the class scurrying around to meet their partner, you were the only fool who was standing still. Notes on the only one standing because from the corner of the classroom, there's a single student not bothering to stand up from their seat. Their seatmate had left to pair with someone else, leaving a vacant spot. It's that guy in the clinic. I never knew he was in the same class as me. Is he not going to bother with his partner? Unless... Hey there. He looks up from his desk and looks at you approaching from before, eventually standing next to him. Oh, look at him. It's you. Seems like you're a bit lost there. Do you have a partner? No. Well, just your luck then. Me neither. So, do you want to be partners? I mean, we can be other things too if you want. Sure, why not? Yay! I think I'm going to stop it right there. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys had a fantastic time. If you're new here, I'm Voyia. I hope you had a great time with me. And if you did, like the video, subscribe and join the family. And I will see all you guys in the next episode. Peace and love. Stay safe out there, everybody. I'm going to go have fun with Soul and try to get some water for my voice because I'm losing my voice really bad.